Hey there, welcome to Basement Bar Talk. I'm Tyler Bennett.
I'm Blake Tiarino, and we're going to be talking football. And not just talking, we are going to be doing some bold predictions for week one, as well as picking each game as we compete for the whole season to see who has a better record and who can pick teams better, as well as our picks for who's going to win the divisions. So let's start with week one bold predictions. And Tyler, what's your bold prediction for week one?
Bold prediction. Well, one prediction is I'm going to be very excited in 2 days when this season finally starts. But that's not my bold prediction. My bold prediction is going to be, I'm going to say, rookie Ezekiel Elliott gets 200 rushing yards. He's going to start off with a bang. He's playing the New York Giants. I wouldn't be too threatened if I was him, so I'm going to say that. He's going to get 200, and everybody's going to talk about the rookie. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. What's a rookie first game rushing record? I don't know.
All right, 200 rushing yards from Ezekiel Elliott. That is a bold prediction. And you know what? My bold prediction for week one is that we are going to see Carson Wentz throw for 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Against the Browns.
Against the Browns, even though I'm picking. Yes! Carson Wentz is going to have a phenomenal game.
I was just going to say that, but okay. There'll be a surprise later.
And they're still going to lose.
And they're still
That's what I'm going to say. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and they're still going to lose.
To the Browns,
To the Browns. It's not coming true. That's my bold prediction.
You think the Browns can recover from a quarterback throwing 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions on the road?
It's a bold prediction.
On the road? I mean, if it was the Patriots, maybe.
It's going to be...
The Browns are going to recover from this and win somehow?
That ball's just going to be flying through the air.
Wow.
It's going to be like a just enormous insanity going on.
I have a feeling we have like really crazy bold predictions to start the year. Like we're not even coming anywhere close.
It's alright. It's a bold prediction. All right. We just did week one bold predictions, but let's do a season bold prediction. And Tyler, go ahead. Start us off.
Man, you're gonna do this on the fly. I'm not even rehearsed this at all. So the first thing that comes to my mind is the Tennessee Titans winning the division.
That is a bold.
I think they got that is very bold, but I think Mariota had a pretty good rookie year. They just signed DeMarco Murray and Andre Johnson, who Andre Johnson is also, he's a little past his prime, but I think he'll be a good acquisition for him. So I'm going to say that Tennessee Titans, for the first time in I don't even know how long, win their division.
All right, I like that. My bold prediction for the season is that the Browns are going to go 8-8. That is my bold prediction. They will have a 500 record to finish the year.
Holy cow, are you bold today?
I'm going with.
So the Browns are going to go 8-8 and recover from a 4 touchdown first game.
That's how it goes. The Browns are going to be.
You turned into a Browns fan last I knew this guy was a Cowboys fan.
I don't. The Cowboys are. There's no bold predictions to make with the Cowboys. They're going to make the playoffs this year.
I made one.
Simon Bold.
All right.
So there we go. It's our week one and our season bold predictions. Tyler, where are we headed to next?
Let's go ahead and do each team's matchups for week one. Give our predictions. We're also going to keep track of this all year. We're going to see who has the better percentage at the end of the year. And everybody knows week one is the toughest one. It's always full of surprises. So we're going to see how we do. Want to jump right into it?
All right. We'll start with the very first game that's going on, and that is Carolina at Denver. Who do you pick to win and why?
Well, I picked to win. History favors the home team in this game. It's always been. I don't know what they said since they've done this. I thought they said like 2 or 3 road teams have ever won. I gotta say Carolina still. Denver, just to me, I'm not gonna say they're gonna be bad, but I just don't think they're not gonna be anywhere near what they were. And Carolina, they're gonna be tough. I think they win this. I think they're gonna. We're doing scores or.
Right. So who are you picking to win?
Carolina.
Carolina
to win.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the scores for this. We'll do the scores for this game.
For primetime games?
For the primetime games, yep.
Okay.
What do you think the score will be?
I say it'll be 27-10. I don't think it's going to be much of a game. I think Carolina's going to jump out on them early, probably 14-0, and they're just going to lose hope. So.
All right. You know what? And I got to agree with you on this, though. I'm going to say Carolina is going to win. They're going to go in there, and they're going to go in with such fierceness. They're going to make the second-year quarterback look like They're going to make Sanchez look better than the quarterback. That's what they're going to do to the Denver Broncos quarterback.
Yo.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Paxton Lynch enter in at some point in this game. Carolina's going to go out with a vengeance, but I'm going to say the score is going to be more along the lines of, I'm going to go on a limb, I'm going to say 17-10.
17-10, okay. I think it's going to be one of the most lamest Thursday night games ever. As far as like, because usually it's a good matchup, but I think Denver's lost too much. And,
Nope. Go ahead and write down our first initials next to who we're picking, so Carolina.
So we'll do B and T, both pick Carolina.
All right. Next is Green Bay at Jacksonville. You know what? I'll start this one. If you're okay with that.
No,
I'm gonna go with,
alternate.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going Green Bay. I'm not a Green Bay fan. I'm not, but I'm not saying much more than that. But I'm gonna go Green Bay. Green Bay's gonna win this. And they're gonna do it handsomely. You're gonna see some flash in the pan stuff from Jacksonville. I think. But really, this is Green Bay's game. And if they do lose it, it's because they made mental errors galore. This is Green Bay.
We're going to disagree. I'm going to go with Jacksonville. And the reason why, I like what Jacksonville has done. I'm not going to say that they're going to do anything this year, but I think that's going to be one of the most exciting Jacksonville teams we've seen in a while because of their acquisitions they made this year. Blake Bortles seems to, he seems to be getting a little bit better. I think he's going to have a pretty good year. I think the fan base is going to be rocking. I think they're excited. Jacksonville, as we all know, the fan base is not really that good. I think with all their acquisitions, they might have a sellout crowd, have a good crowd, and I think they're going to shock the world with a 1-0 start against Green Bay. So I will put T after Jacksonville.
Sounds good. All right, now we're at Buffalo at Baltimore. You're going to go. We'll rotate, so you go first now.
I'm going to go with the road team. Baltimore hasn't really shown anything. I think they're rebuilding. So, and I think Buffalo is going to get off to a good start. Usually they get off to a good start. Usually it's how they end. It's how it determines they haven't been to the playoffs in 14 years. But I've seen Buffalo goes with a 1-0 start on the road.
I'm going to agree with you again. Buffalo's going to win this one. I think what the coaches there have done, what they brought in, and how they're working it, they're going to be viewed as a failure if they don't get to the playoffs. And I think Buffalo's going to come out guns a-blazing. They're going to take out Baltimore, and they're going to go up 1-0. And we'll be able to get a better understanding after that. But yeah, I definitely see.
So Rex Ryan's seat is a little warm?
Yes. Oh, yes. I think both Ryan's seats are a little warm.
They invest a lot in Tyrod Taylor, so that's.
Yep.
We'll see how that goes.
All right.
You'll lead us in the next one, or?
Yeah. So Chicago at Houston Texans.
Yes.
All right. So Chicago at the Texans. I'm going to go with Houston. The Houston Texans, I believe, are going to come out and win. And not only that, this is, in my opinion, this is just me, this is the beginning of the end for Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I would agree.
I thought he should have been gone forever ago regardless, but this is the beginning of the end. I'm going with Houston on this, hands down. This is their game.
Total agree. The Texans, they're home, and that's always a good thing to have when you're week one. A lot of excitement, and I think the Bears are a mess. Financially, they gave Cutler so much money. I think they're more of a mess than they show. I don't like their chances this season. I'm definitely going with the Texans. So far we've picked everyone except one together. I'll lead us into the next one. How about Cleveland and Philadelphia? Good. I'm looking forward to this one because we've had some conversations on the side about this. And so you want to lead, or who led last?
I did. It's your turn.
Okay, I will lead, and I'm going to go with Philadelphia. Cleveland, I don't know what their season's going to have, but I just don't like. They're all very young. And Robert Griffin, who he's unpredictable right now. On the road in Philadelphia, everybody knows Philadelphia is the rocking city, especially opening week. I can't see Cleveland overtaking that, being such a young team and inexperienced. So I get Philadelphia.
You know what? I'm going Cleveland all the way. I know my bold prediction was Wentz going to have a good game. Cleveland's going to win this, and they're going to win it. I'm going to go out and say they're going to win it handsomely. It's not going to be like a hard fought, they barely won it. It's just because no, Cleveland's going to come out, and you're going to see a Cleveland team that we haven't seen since like the 1950s when they had Jim Brown. That's what's going to happen this year.
Hi, kids.
And it's going to slap us all across the face.
I can't help.
That's what we're gonna do.
I can't help but laugh because in this episode we now have Carson Wentz will have 4 touchdowns and 0 picks. The Browns will win and handsomely.
It's gonna be a slaughterhouse.
What? How do you win handsomely when the other team throws 4 touchdowns and no interceptions?
It's gonna
on the
all
road.
It's
and
gonna
if
be
you're
garbage
Cleveland
time.
Browns,
It's gonna be garbage time. The Browns are just they're
how are they gonna win by when you're giving up these stats?
It's gonna be probably I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 31 Philly to a 45 Cleveland.
Oh my goodness!
It's gonna be a game of the week.
What you just said they won handsomely. That's 6 points.
It's a valid point. 31-45? No, it's not.
Oh, I thought you said 51-45.
No.
Okay. No, okay, that's it. Okay.
31-45.
Wow.
That's how it's gonna be.
I cannot believe
That's
this.
what it's gonna be. Yeah.
This is gonna be like the most. If this turns out to be true, this is gonna be the most twisted game ever. Like everybody's gonna be like, "What the heck just happened here?"
Yeah, Cleveland will be on the map after this week. You watch. You watch. And Wentz won't be playing the rest of the year.
Oh my God. After a 4 touchdown, 0 interception performance, he ain't gonna play the rest of the year?
No, he'll still play.
Okay. All right.
So put our initials down.
Oh, sorry. Yep. I can't believe B's on Cleveland, Philadelphia T. All right.
Tampa Bay, Atlanta. I'm going Tampa Bay on this one. Jameis Winston, second year, against the guy that I've never believed in, Ryan. And so, I mean, quarterback-wise, the running back, Doug Martin had a great year last year. I mean, really, this is Tampa Bay's time to really start showing. The receiver set is amazing. Yeah, I think they're gonna go out and they're gonna win this one.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's exactly what I was going to pick too. I'll go ahead and put it there. I don't know why, because this seems to me like a very evenly matched matchup. And Atlanta's at home, so you think that would kind of put the favor. But I don't know. I have a feeling Tampa Bay is going to do good. Jameis Winston, I think he'll have a good start. I have no idea why, but my gut feeling says Tampa Bay as well.
All right, so now we got Minnesota at Tennessee.
Minnesota, Tennessee, my start. Tennessee. Minnesota, I don't think they could. I'm not going to say they're bad. They just got Sam Bradford in that trade after losing Bridgewater. But I think right now they're just the quarterback situation. If Bradford's playing, he's not. He just got to the team. There could be a little confusion on the road. Tennessee, I say Tennessee. Like I said, they're going to win their division this year. So I'm going to stick with the 1-0 start.
All right, you know what? I'm going to go with Minnesota in this game. And not so much for Bradford. I don't think it's going to matter what quarterback is in Minnesota. They have a good receiving core, and they have Adrian Peterson. So you have to respect that run no matter who you are, which opens up for easy play action, drop back, short passes, which even Bradford can land those. So I'm going Minnesota week 1 over Tennessee.
That's a good point. Good point. Alrighty, so we're going to jump Cincinnati at New York.
Jay. All right, so Cincinnati, New York, Jay. You know what? Cincinnati. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Andy Dalton is one of the best quarterbacks in the league when playing at 1 p.m., and this is a 1 p.m. game. Statistically, I think he is one of the best quarterbacks when he's playing afternoon games. Yes, they're in New York. It's still his time zone. They're going to go out and they're going to show people that, hey, this is their year to win their first playoff game.
I'm going to go against you. I'm going to go with the Jets. I'm not going to say that Cincinnati can't compete. I think they'll compete. They've lost a lot. Eiffert's out for this game. They've lost a lot of wide receivers, Sanu. I think the things are a little mixed up right now. I think Cincinnati can compete maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, but I think they're going to get out to a shaky start in New York. Give the Jets the 1-0 beginning.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So we have Oakland and New Orleans.
Oakland and New Orleans. Silver and black. You probably already know which way I'm going with this.
Oh, I do.
The hardest part about this whole year is going to be trying to stay unbiased of Oakland because I'm an enormous Oakland fan, and the rest of the division to lose. I got to stay unbiased, but I really think I'm trying to stay unbiased here. I think they can beat New Orleans. I don't know if New Orleans is the team. I mean, obviously not the team they once were. They seem like they're kind of rebuilding, but with Breeze. And Oakland, I really think they're going to win the division this year, and hopefully that's not the fan of me talking. I think they get off to a good start. 1-0. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. New Orleans is not an easy team to beat at home, but I think they'll do it.
You know what? I'm going to go with New Orleans. With Breeze just getting this contract extension, he's got a lot to prove. He's going to go out there slinging like he always does, putting up amazing numbers. I think the rest of the team's going to come behind him, knowing that, hey, he's there. He's committed to New Orleans again. I really do. I think they're going to go out there and they're just going to show off from week 1 what they need to do this year.
Alrighty. So we got San Diego, Kansas City.
It's a tough one. This is a tough one. It's also a division game.
Yeah.
So we got San Diego, Kansas City. This is going to mean a lot later in the season for both teams. But I'm going to say Kansas City. They're a lot more. I think they're just going to be more consistent. They'll hold the ball. They'll do ball control. They're going to be able to go out there and keep the tempo in their favor. And it's home. So yeah, I'm going to go Kansas City on this one.
I agree. San Diego. Something tells me San Diego is going to have a good second half of the season. They got some good young pieces, but something tells me they're not going to get up to a good start. In Kansas City, I got to go with the Chiefs. Chiefs they're not bad, but get kind of old, but they're not bad. I think they go off 1-0.
All right, so Miami and Seattle. Who are you taking?
I gotta go Seattle. I mean, it's the 12th man. They're going to be there rocking week 1. Miami, all kinds of question marks. I don't know. So I'm just going to say straight up Seattle.
You know what? I'm going to go straight up Seattle as well. Their pieces are all still there from their Super Bowl runs. They're just a great team, great coach. Yeah, Seattle's going to take this. We're going to see some good things from Miami, but Seattle's going to win this one.
So next we got Detroit and Indianapolis.
You know what? I'm going to go Detroit. It's a big leap, but I feel that they have a lot to prove losing Calvin Johnson this offseason. Matthew Stafford has a lot to prove. And Indianapolis, I feel that I don't know if Andrew Luck's going to come back and be as efficient quickly, early. I'm talking the first few weeks. It's going to take him a little bit. He's got to get back in the groove of things. I'm going to go Detroit. I think their defense is going to go after him and kind of shake him up a little bit and see what they can do.
There's always that one game. That one game they're like, whoa, I can't believe that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so far you got Detroit and Cleveland. That'd be both shockers. But no, I got to go with Indianapolis. And the reason why really is because, I think Andrew Luck, especially after that horrific injury year last year, I think he's going to have, he's fired up. I think he's going to be ready to go. I think he's going to be firing. I'm not going to say Indianapolis is going to be great because I said Tennessee was going to win the division. So, who knows? They might be fighting for that wild card. But I think Andrew Luck's going to come out at least the first week on fire. So, go with Indianapolis. 1-0.
So now we got New York G at Dallas.
All right. Now we're going to see if you're being unbiased or not.
We got to see. And you start us off, sir.
I will go ahead and go with the Cowboys. I really think they have a good shot to win their division themselves. I mean, you lost Romo, so that's going to be the big question mark. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Dak Prescott?
Prescott, yes. He's he had a good preseason. That usually doesn't mean too much, but we'll see if he can carry the load. If he does, they can win the division, and I don't really see any threat with the Giants. So
yeah, I'm going to go Dallas, and not just because I'm being biased, but because you now have to again respect that run game. Because yes, they have a great offensive line. Yes, last year the running backs did statistically well, but now they have a running back that's on par with an Adrian Peterson style or a DeMarco Murray behind a great line. You have to respect that, which is going to take a load off of the rookie quarterback, and he's got Jason Witten to drop passes to.
Des Bryant.
I mean, this is their season to lose.
Well, and with
all the other
their great offensive line, that's why I say that I think Ezekiel could get the 200 today or Sunday. They got a great offensive line, and that's great for a rookie quarterback who's trying to learn the things. They have that protection. So yeah, good point there.
So now we move on to a primetime game. So we will be picking scores from here on out, and up next is New England at Arizona. And you know what? I'm going to say New England. They have a lot to prove without Tom Brady. They're going to go out there. It's going to be a hard-fought game. Arizona won't go down lightly, but it's going to be New England's game. And I'm going to go ahead and my score for this game is going to be 17-14.
17-14. I disagree though. I think Arizona will win. Brady in there, different story possibly. Arizona, I think they're going to be a really good team, and they're another team that I really think is going to be a much better than. I mean, they got their Johnson, there's a great running back. Carson Palmer, I think he still's got a lot in him, and so does Larry Fitzgerald. I like the team. I like Arizona. I actually would think they could probably win that division as well over Seattle. So I'm going to say Arizona is a tough team and too much for a Tom Brady-less New England Patriots team to handle. And you want to score, right? You want to score?
I want to score.
I'm going to give 24-14.
Oh, okay. So next up, we have Pittsburgh at Washington, which is Monday night, the start of Monday Night Football. Who do you pick? What's your score?
Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh will win. Washington, it could be a competitive team, but I like Pittsburgh. I like the players they have, and they're always going to be competitive. And I think they know the value of going 1-0. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. And you want to score as well? Give me a. I'd say they could probably win like 31-17.
Nice. You know what? I will go Pittsburgh as well. Even without, one of their key offensive weapons, they are still loaded on offense. They have Ben Roethlisberger, who is an Ohio native, might I add. But Washington, they've got Cousins. They got a team, but I just feel that they're not gonna be all there. There's still things that they need to fix. I'm going to go Pittsburgh for the win and the score. You know what? It's the first game of the season. I'm going to go 35-7.
35-7.
The Pittsburgh Steelers defense is going to show up big in this game.
Very crazy. That's okay. So we got Los Angeles and San Francisco to end Week 1. Who started last? I think it's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to me. You know what? I'm going to go Los Angeles. There's so much controversy right now on San Francisco that I don't know if they can look away from that and produce a good game. Coach staff, the coaching staff, the players, there's just so much going on. We won't get into that details, but I feel that it's going to be hard for them to really get away from that. Like everybody's like, oh no, they're going to no. And Los Angeles is a new team. Well, not a new team, but they're in the new city. Yes, they're going to San Francisco, but I feel that the Los Angeles is going to start the season right, and they're going to start at 1-0.
That was the first time I completely agree with you with everybody. The prediction and the
I didn't do a score though.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go out on them. It's going to be 21-14. I don't see either team doing a ton, but it will be Los Angeles.
And like I said, I every point you made is almost exactly right. I think Los Angeles, new team. I think they're excited. And San Francisco has a lot of issues right now. The locker room. I mean, Kaepernick won't even stand for the national anthem right now. So, I mean, and Chip Kelly, he's just one of those guys. It's just like you really don't know. I mean, everybody thinks that he can change things, but you can easily destroy them. So we don't. San Francisco is unpredictable. I say Los Angeles wins, but I agree with you also. It's going to be tight. We'll go 2017.
All right. So that is our Week 1 matchups. And like we said, we are going to be keeping track through the year to see who has a better winning percentage between us two. All right. So we'll Week 1 prediction matchups, and we are going to go. We got a few more segments I want to hit, but first let's see.
Oh, first week's always the longest one.
Yes,
it's excitement.
Yes, excitement, build up. But let's go ahead and discuss right now. Let's start off with, if you'll write this. But let's start off with, who do you think is going to be defensive player of the year?
Defensive player of the year. You want me to write defensive player of the year? Okay. I'll just go ahead and write J.J. Watt until he shows that he won't win it. I can't go without him. That guy is a defensive freak, so I think he wins it again.
I can't spell, but I'm going to go with Luke Kuechly from Carolina Panthers.
Ooh. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I think he's going
He's
to...
upcoming. I mean,
he's going to take it. He's going to get defensive player of the year this year. We'll see how J.J. Watt does coming back from his back surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, they say he's starting. Fast recovery, 8 weeks, when they initially said 12. So we'll see. But I'm going to give it to Luke Kuechly this year.
That's a good one. I like
So
that.
now let's go with Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year. You know what? Well, I guess I think. Oh, I'm supposed to write it. I'm sorry. I won't spell the name, but even for a rookie, Ezekiel Elliott, I think he's gonna shatter some records. I just love that his situation. He is in a golden position with the offensive line.
He is.
So I think he's just he's gonna seem like he's a third or fourth year player. So
Yep. So Offensive Player of the Year. You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go with. And this is a tough one because there's so many good players. And I'm really thinking it's gonna be AP. With what he's been getting with the quarterback going down, he's gonna keep them afloat, and he's gonna get Offensive Player of the Year.
yeah,
Both running backs.
that could have been probably a bold prediction of mine. I know it's kind of out there, but I don't know. That was just my gut feeling.
Now, we went over Offensive Player of the Year. So now we're talking Rookie of the Year. Who do you think's gonna?
Now we doing offensive rookie?
No, just Rookie of the Year, offense, defense. Who do you think's gonna get Rookie of the Year?
I guess I gotta go with Elliott again. I mean, I just picked him for overall offensive, and he's got to be the Rookie of the Year. Like I said, I think this guy is going to shatter things right now. I mean, even fantasy football has a 6th ranked overall. I've never heard of that for a rookie to be 6th overall in fantasy ranking in the draft. That's crazy. Obviously, a lot of people see it. I'm going to say he has a burst here, and then he gets both awards. I don't know if anybody's ever done that either, but
No, you know what? I'm going to agree with you on this because he is prime for a breakout rookie year. He's going to get to Rookie Player of the Year.
I mean, think of a rookie that's had a golden position in this. I mean, arguably the best offensive line.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Got it set. All right, now we got that one done. One more to do, or we got 2 more to do. And this one is, who do you think is going to be Comeback Player of the Year?
comeback player of the year.
Comeback Player of the Year.
Okay, well, let's go with Andrew Luck. All that terrible injury season. I think he's going to come out firing. Again, I don't know what he's going to do with his team in the playoffs, but that wouldn't comeback player of the year in my opinion.
I'm going to go with Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson is going to get Comeback Player of the Year. Going all last year, he'd come back and do 900 yards and he's going to win it. Because he's going to come back, but with him coming back, he's going to help Green Bay at least have a chance again. He's going to get Comeback Player of the Year, hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. All right, so we got those 2. Little bit of lacrosse. One more to do. And what do you think this topic is?
We're either going to do the MVP or the champion.
We're going to do MVP.
Okay.
So right now, let's go and let's do who do you think is going to be the MVP of the league for 2016?
I'd like to say Tom Brady, but I don't know. He's only played 12 games. So,
that'd be an impressive 12 games.
you know what? Let's go with, again, this is on the fly, so hurry up. Let's say Russell Wilson.
Ooh, you know what? I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to write it once.
Russell Wilson to the second power.
Right there, times 2. He is going to get MVP. I think this is his year.
Yep.
And he's going to come out. You know, he's going to have as good of a year, if not better from last year. He's going to be on notice. People are going to be watching him more. He's going to get the MVP of the league this year.
I agree. Obviously, yes.
Obviously. All right, now let's do, before we continue on to our championship, who we think is going to go and who we think is going to win, but let's do our divisional winners.
Divisional winners.
So let's go with AFC first.
AFC East? Is that what
Yep.
Or just
Yeah, we'll go AFC East
AFC
to start. So who do you think is going to win the AFC East?
It's just so hard to go against the Patriots until they lose it. And Buffalo will give them a run maybe, but even with Tom Brady out for 4 games, that could honestly maybe even increase it because he'll be a lot more rested towards the end of the year. So if there is a push, I think they'll break the tie with that. So gotta go with the Patriots.
I'm going to agree with you. It's definitely going to be New England all the way. Winning the AFC East is New England. All right, let's move on to AFC North.
AFC North, and that's another one right now. It's like, Bengals right now are kind of beat up, so they could get off to a bad start to the year. So other than that, it's got to be Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh's got to win that one, in my opinion.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you on that one. It's going to be Pittsburgh that's going to win that division this year. They're a great team. All the pieces are there. They're going to come out and they're going to win it. AFC South.
Well, this goes to my bold prediction. I already said it. I'm going crazy. I'm going to say Tennessee wins, and that's of the likes of Andrew Luck, Colts, and J.J. Watt, Texans. Maybe this is a little crazy, but there's always that one team that wins the division you never saw it coming. So that's my prediction, Titans.
And you know what, AFC South, it is a bold prediction, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go Houston. I think Houston's going to do it. I think Brock Osweiler's going to bring it, and Houston's going to take it.
I mean, really, that was the last one. I couldn't decide on that one.
AFC West.
AFC West, trying to be unbiased, but I gotta go with Oakland Raiders. I think it's their year. They've been out of the playoffs since I was 17 years old. I'm 31 now, 14 years. I think they're hungry for that playoff drought to end, and I don't really see anybody really competing with them other than Kansas City, and I think they're a little too old. So I think Oakland maybe squeak spot. They're gonna get it.
I don't think this is going to be as tough as the division as people are saying, but I'm still going to go with Denver for the win. This is going to be a similar year when they had Tim Tebow as their quarterback, where they squeak in and win. But Denver's going to take that.
I think Denver's third. I think Kansas City's even going to hit it, but that's just my opinion.
All right, now we move on to the NFC East.
NFC East. I don't know who's starting. Am I starting? I'll go ahead. We'll do the Cowboys. The only team I see. I know Redskins got some good acquisitions, and they won it last year. But it was what 8-8, was it?
Yeah, I think it was. It was bad.
I think the Cowboys could do much better. They could easily go 10-6, and that might win the division right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm gonna go with Cowboys. Cowboys got this division. They're going to the playoffs, hands down. Yeah, and I think we're going to see Prescott taking him to the playoffs. I think he's going to play well, and he's going to lead him to the playoffs.
Relatively could end the Romo era.
And I called when it happened. I texted you. Romo's done.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry, Tony Romo, but
the era is done.
The era is done.
I mean, he might sign with somebody else, maybe.
Right, yeah, but I think if Prescott can do well, there's no reason to go back. Just move on.
Yep.
I could be completely wrong, and they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, but that's my Cowboys for you. All right, so NFC North.
NFC North, and this is what I've said that I think Green Bay's going to win it, and people think that Green Bay is overrated. But really, the only team that could compete with them was Minnesota, and I see them that they could get off to a bad start this year. And Green Bay, any team with Aaron Rodgers, you have a pretty good shot at winning the division. So I got to go with Green Bay.
You know what? I'm looking at the NFC North. I'm seeing who's all there. You're going Green Bay. I'm going to go Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I think.
Maybe with Bridgewater, I might have entertained them more.
No, I think Bradford's going to do just fine.
He might, but I think he'll get off to a sloppy start.
There.
But yeah.
That's my money rests on AP. All right.
Yeah, I guess AP is good to put your money on.
AFC South.
AFC South. Well, I mean, it looks like
you know who it's going to be.
I think Carolina's got this. I mean,
they got it in the bag.
But you hear these teams that lose the Super Bowl and they just completely fall off.
I think it's going to be Carolina. All their pieces are still there. Yes, they don't have Josh Norman, but guess what? That's one person.
No, yeah, I don't think that's a huge, enormous loss. So, I mean, and there's not the greatest competition. So.
Yep. And for our last one, NFC West.
Well, I kind of mentioned this in my predictions, and I'm going to go, and people will say Seattle. I think Arizona's going to get it. Seattle will get the wild card, but Arizona, I think they're going to really show up this year.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to say it is going to be Seattle, because I think they're there. They're still there. They're striving to get back to the Super Bowl. So I would say it's going to be Seattle. We agree on half of them, and we disagree on the other half.
Well, that's good.
I think we're pretty much there.
We don't want all the same predictions.
Heck no, it'd be boring. You won't watch that.
Dull.
All right. So I'm going to use my hand again. Maybe I get something other than my hand for next time. My hand's wide.
Anybody want to donate an eraser? That'd be great.
Yeah, donation of an eraser would help this issue right here. Or my pants, which are not white as well. All right.
That's it?
Super Bowl.
Oh.
We're going to call it now. And this is going to stick. Yes, we'll have the debates as it gets closer and who we think's going to win, things like that, who we might think's going to make it from the playoff seeds. But right now, in the season doesn't start till tomorrow, or whenever this is on. We're shooting this on Wednesday. So, well, who do you think's going to make it to the Super Bowl?
Oh. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to go with that. There's going to be a team that shocks everybody, and that's going to be Arizona. I think they'll go. I think they're going to get to the Super Bowl. They seem to be getting a little bit better every year. They might make it this year. And they're going to play New England. That's tough because every year you think, okay, New England's got to be a little past now. They got to start losing at some point or not making the Super Bowl. But they're hard to go against. Arizona, New England, and New England wins.
And New England wins?
Yes. Yeah, Arizona. They're a young team. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl the first time. They'll probably be a little short. But.
You know what? Arizona's not a young team. They have an old quarterback.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to go with I'm going to say New England's going to go. They're going to go with a vengeance. I mean, this is it. They're angry. But I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to be up against Carolina. Carolina's going to make it back. And though New England's going to make them look like fools for even trying to compete against them, and it will be New England winning. So
you see Carolina losing 2 Super Bowls?
I see Carolina losing 2 Super Bowls in a row, which hasn't been done since the Buffalo Bills of the 90s.
I like this prediction. Honestly, if that happens, I wouldn't be opposed to Carolina winning. But
so those are that. All right, I think. All right, so we've made our picks. We've made our game selections. We've done our scores for the primetime games. We are agreeing on some games. I think we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games we've agreed on out of the 16 games being played. So that's not too bad.
Oh yeah.
But yes, thank you for watching. Tune in as we'll be producing these, and they'll be coming out weekly throughout the football season as we continue to go back and forth and really begin to debate on what happens, what went down. You never know where this show might go with Talking Gorillas.
I'm very excited for week 1. This is the most unpredictable week, and it's a long off season, so let's get it going. I'm excited.
All right, and now from Basement Bar Talk, I'm Blake Tiarina.
And I'm Tyler Bennett.
All right, enjoy some football.